Well, happy Wednesday, Mission Hills Church. It's great to connect with you again. It's been quite some time, admittedly, since the last midweek update that I sent to you. So I'm well overdue to send you some information on a Wednesday. And that is what today is, a Wednesday. So a couple of things I wanted you to know. First of all, next week, as a matter of fact, 1 week from today, Wednesday evening, I'll begin another series called Fruitfulness on Your Front Lines. It's a Wednesday evening, 1 hour Zoom workshop with me, where what we'll be doing is considering how to start spiritual conversations with people on our front lines. And as you know, when we talk about front lines, our front lines, we're talking about those places where we live during the week, where the other people that we're engaged with don't really know much about Jesus. So you have your neighborhood front line, right? Neighbors across the street, right next door to you. You have your workplace, which is undoubtedly a front line, or your school, or maybe it's where you grocery shop every week. Regardless, any place where you are and there are people who don't know Jesus, those places are our front lines, and God has called us to love those people, love them enough to share with them that Jesus exists and that he has a plan for them that includes salvation. So how do you start those conversations? How do you start those conversations? That's the big question that we seek to answer in the 4 weeks that we spend together. I'll be giving you some practical tools on how to start conversations and how to navigate conversations so that those people can come to know Jesus Christ. Obviously, it's God's Spirit that changes their hearts, but he's called us to be his mouthpieces. And so that's the subject of fruitfulness on your front lines. So if you'd like to be a part of that, go to the website, the Mission Hills website, and there you can register to be part of that class. And then I'll look forward to spending that hour with you starting next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Sound good? Great. That's the first one. The second one is this coming Sunday, we will be celebrating the Lord's Supper. So if you are going to be engaged in our worship service from home and watching the live stream, just want to give you a heads up. You got to have a few days now, I guess. You will have a few days to make sure you have whatever your beverage of choice is, grape juice, whatever the case, and then also some bread to participate in the Lord's Supper. And then, of course, in that service, I'll guide all of you through it, whether you're in the parking lot for the service or at home. But in these days, really more than ever before, it's important that we celebrate the Lord's Supper together. We are so separated, don't get to see each other nearly as much, and this is a very meaningful way to connect, even though we're not all at the same place at the same time, okay? So those are the two things I want to share with you. Now, over my shoulder, you can see I must be in the midst of construction. In fact, I am. If you're looking at me, what you're really looking at is the area where we used to have our welcome center in the lobby. Off to my right would be the worship center. So if you come out of the worship center and you walk toward Alicia, you come, what would be to your left would be, this is the old the old welcome center. Well, now this is actually going to be our children's check-in center. And you'll notice to my right, we've actually got a staircase. That's a brand new staircase. It goes straight down to the underground because we got rid of the other one that blocked the middle of our lobby. So this is a bit of how things are going. Obviously, just lots of rough carpentry still, but they're putting in sprinkler, the sprinkler system for, we're not gonna have any fires, but we have to have the sprinkler systems. All of the plumbing, the electrical, etc., all that's being roughed in, but this will all be part of our children's ministry. And then as you come over this way, you'll see a green fencing. That's gonna be all glass, and that will take us right out onto the patio area, which I'm going to take you out to right now, okay? So let's cut this and we'll see you outside. All right, now we're outside, of course. I want to share with you just a little bit of what you're looking at. Right behind me will be the glass wall entrance. Of course, there's doors in the wall, but it's all glass entrance into our lobby, and then take you straight to all of our children's classrooms. As I mentioned, the welcome center, the lobby, and the worship center. So coming out this way through this beautiful glass doorway, you then will come to where I'm standing in the patio. And off to the left, you'll see this way, the windows on the outside of the building there. The far left two windows, those are coming out, and there'll be a door there. And that door will lead to the other side of these You see these orange capped pieces of rebar. On that side, this is a children's play area. So they'll have access from the children's rooms to a children's play area. On this side, we'll have early childhood, our younger infants and our younger children. On the other side, we'll have the older elementary. So this will be a really nice play area for them on the outside in our patio. And so that's that. But come with me this way, because in the same way we have a door on that side, these last two windows will come out and be replaced by a door that gives people access from the older elementary classrooms as well as an adult classroom out onto the patio. So you can come out through the center, the kids have a play area, and then of course on this side there's a way in and out of the building to the patio also. Now, if you just take a look at the far corner there, where the scaffolding is, we will have a beautiful trellis that starts on that corner and extends to the opposite edge of our building right over there. And then, Karen, if you go this way, and then here, that trellis will come out about 10 feet this way. So it's just this beautiful, beautiful, long trellis to offer not only just a great architectural touch, but practically speaking, just the beauty of some shade and something that's just very, very beautifully decorative. So that's a bit what's happening here. And you'll notice this is a pretty big patio. We got to call it a plaza, I think. All of this will be beautiful concrete patio that takes us out to a curved wall. And let me show you something here. This huge curved wall sort of, obviously it doesn't sort of, it forms the border of our patio, and the ground will be right about here. So this is not, it's not that high, it's right about here. On the other side, we have a huge planter area for plants, just to beautify it, and then a smaller wall on the other side of that. On the front of that smaller wall, in big block letters, it'll say Mission Hills Church, right in the front. And as you can see from Alicia, we're a lot closer, and they'll be able to see that we are a church. The last thing we'll do, if you turn around, and on the plywood to the left of the windows, way up at the top, we are going to have mounted a gorgeous cross between the sign that says Mission Hills Church, and then more to the point, because of the cross, everybody driving by will know this is a church that worships the Lord Jesus Christ. So that's a bit of an update. Look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Don't forget to have your communion elements at your home if you're going to be at home, joining us on the live stream. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you here in the parking lot, 9 o'clock service. It'll be just a glorious time to continue praising God together. God bless you. Have a great second half of your work week.